My name is Moyo Ewumi, and I'm here to testify of the goodness of God in my life. I came across Apostle for the first time in 2020 during COVID, but at the time, I believe I had a very short attention span, so I didn't really focus on the teachings. And then fast forward to 2021, I moved to Abuja, but I still wasn't following. And then in 2022, February 2022, I started to follow Koinonia, but I would stay at home and then join online. And then I moved to Canada in 2022. And November 2022, precisely, God gave me the instruction to specifically to start praying for Apostle and Koinonia. At the time, I felt unqualified for that assignment, but I obeyed. Then March 2023, God said, you have to start listening to Apostle Selman's teachings. And then from March, I started listening to his teachings. In 2023, I faced a lot of storms in my life, and I believe the teachings were what prepared me for those storms that happened in my life at the time. I lost a job, and I lost a job 3 months into getting it, and I had stayed 3 months to get that job. But in everything, God was faithful. Then in 2024, I started, because in 2023, I continued to listen to the teachings. And then in 2024, my breakthrough came. I got a job, and it was all that I had prayed for and dreamed about. And then the job had to take me to another city, Toronto. And I moved, and when I moved, I continued to listen to Apostle. Sundays were dedicated to listening to Apostle's teachings. And I remember in December 2024, God had told me, you're going to be moving from this country that you're in to another country. And I told him, I don't mind moving, but I came here because of one thing. Let me get that thing before I go. And then in 2025, during Hallelujah Challenge, Apostle was talking about a job and about jobs, that God is going to give people jobs. And then I keyed into that word of prophecy. And then I had an interview during that time, and the company and the place God had told me that I was going to be moving to, and the way everything happened, like 2 months from the time of the interview, I got the job, I got an offer. And then I told them, because the offer came in March 2025, and I needed something for August 2025. I told God, this thing hasn't come yet. But one thing that happened is they met all my requirements. They stalled my offer till I was ready to move. And then in May 2025, I got an instruction from God to leave Toronto to go to Calgary and pray over BMO Center, where Sound of Revival was going to happen in Calgary. And then I traveled down. And I remember that day, it was raining heavily in Calgary, and the instruction was walk around this center 7 times and keep praying. I had to buy an umbrella, and I kept praying in the rain over the BMO Center where the Sound of Revival was happening. I couldn't attend any of the Sound of Revival in Canada because I had moved. During General Assembly, Apostle mentioned there's someone here you're watching from the Middle East, because that was where I moved to. And I knew that was me. And then I told God, during that period, I think November 2025, and I told God, I'm going to come here in person to give you glory for everything that you're. I'm going to share this testimony on Koinonia grounds. I'm just here to say thank you, to honor God and what he has done in my life, and to honor our father, Apostle Joshua Selman, for yielding and being a yielded vessel for this generation. We celebrate you, sir, and have happy birthday, sir.
Can you give the Lord glory, Koinonia?